Hi there, I'm Edward Chern. So welcome back to Stairways to Lanakila. Today we'll continue to feature the Japanese players' Autumn's Wishiwashi Trick Rooms teams here. So this team utilizes lots of Trick Rooms techniques and instruct moves from the Oranguru. So our first opponent of the day is also coming from Japan, and his team has 3 Ultra Beasts with the Feramosa, Katanas, Smigos, Talonflamed, Ahi-Eagle, and also the Tapilelate. So Smigo kind of reminds me about the bad memories, or maybe the sweet memories of the 2016s. And anyway, with this current situation, I might consider to bring my Scarfed Kokos so as to stop the potential Veramosa and also the Scarf Tapulate, which just seems to be, yeah, except that, yeah, I would go for the Tapu Koko Orangurus, Wishiwashi, and the Gastrodons. Yeah, I might have some problems of dealing with the Katana, but yeah. Not so sure about it. Maybe Gank is a better choice. Alright, stick to the original pen, so the Gastrodon. Maybe I should bring my Gengar, but I'm kind of scary because Oranguru might be knocked out soon before the Trick Room expires. So I must stick towards the Surf, and the Surf would definitely knock out my own Gangers. But yeah, my opponent is leading the Smeargle and Talonflamed. So the first question is, will the Talonflame has taunt? By the way, kind of lucky that in this case that we are having this electric terrain, so I don't have to worry about the spores here. But the cases, his Smeargle can use a fake out onto my Orangurus or even Tapu Koko, and yeah, if it's going on to the Oranguru, it's definitely going to taunt into my Orangurus. So in this case, I might try to knock out the Talonflame first, and I'm going to attack with my Orangurus. So let's fake out onto my Tapu Koko, and what we shall see is a Sword Dance. So brilliant. So if my Psychic is going onto the Talonflame, that would definitely solve the problem, because he cannot have the access of the +1 Z move or +1 Brave Bird. So anyway, I need to switch on my Oranguru to preserve the options of using the Trick Rooms afterwards. And on the other hand, I would use the Wild Charge onto the Talonflames. So I might just need to sacrifice my own Gastrodons here, but yeah, that won't be good, because even it's a Z move on the Talonflame, if it's going to attack the Tapu Kokos, even this +2, I think it's not going to knock me out. But my opponent is switching out his Ahi-Eagle. So Gastrodon comes in. There we see the Z move from the Talonflames. So it's going to be targeting the Oranguru slot. So this is the second supersonic Sky Strike that feature in this channels. Anyway, the Gastrodon is knocked off. So after the Wild Charge, I need to consider which of his Pokemon will be coming in. I think his Beagles will be coming in, and in that case, I still need to bring my Wranglers first, so he might. His optimal play is going to use a fake out onto my Tapu Koko and use a sludge bombs onto it, but also if the Nahi Eagle bears the focus sash, he may choose to fake out onto the Orangus and use a sludge bomb onto my Tapu Kokos. But anyway, I shall go for a wild charge onto the Nahi Eagle. If the Nahi Eagle doesn't have the focus sash, it could instantly knock it out. Anyway, and I shall use the trick rooms here. So Smeagol is going to use the fake out onto my Orangaroos, so great. And the wild charge is coming in, able to survive? Nope. So even my trick rooms hasn't been used yet, my Tapu Koko's got 2 knocks out in 3 turns. So he's sending out his katana, so that should not be any big problems to me because I just need to knock out one of them. I'm not sure about what Smeagol can have because it could be possibly that he has taunts, follow me, or other things that might disrupt the plans that I'm going to do. So I'm still going for a trick room. So Eranguru, although there's 3 turns here, it doesn't even use a single move series. So Smeagol is knocked out. So will it going for my Koko? Yeah, it definitely going for my Koko. So the Leaf Blaze is knocked out. He gains a Beast Boost, but afterwards the Wishiwashi coming in, and also with the combinations of Instruct, I'll use the Ice Beam onto the Katanas. So basically his Katana's not going to survive his next turn. Or maybe he has Protect, he can survive 1 more turn or 2 more turns. So his best bet is of course going to Protect continuously. So this game is quite easy in my opinion. So yep, the match is forfeited, and we shall go into the second match very soon. This is a very quick game, so let's see if the time is sufficient for me to record a 3rd match here. So as usual, if you are enjoying this video and if you like this video, please kindly show your support by giving a like below, and also do subscribe my channels here. So our second opponent will be coming from Italy, so his team will consist of Katanas, Polygon Toad, Talonflames, Crocodiles, Marowak, and also Milotic. It's kind of, yeah, I can just lead comfortably with the Gengar and the Wrangler, I think. Though I may have a concern whether his Talonflame would have the taunt or not. Yep. So if that case, I will still bring my Gengar or Wranglers or Wishiwashi and Gastrodons because his Marowak is kind of annoying in my opinion. So you don't want any wild charge going onto the Marowak, and yeah, the Crocodile is kind of scary too because yeah, with Crocodiles, you're just using a physical set of Tapu Kokos, you really can't touch the Crocodiles. So just stick with the Gengars, and we shall see if my opponent's had that, yeah, the taunt on Talonflames. If that's the case, he would definitely bring it. So the Italian trainers, Aniello, I hope I speak it correctly. So Crocodile and Polygon Tools. So in that case, I need to consider very carefully on what to do. You might want to try to reverse my own trick rooms here. And yep. So if my trick room is reversed, I need to consider when my Orangu takes the second wave of attack with my opponents. But yeah, I shall stick to the plans that I use Z Destiny Bombs and use the trick rooms. So if his anyway, he might use the spread attacks. He might use earthquakes. Yeah, but we shall see Tectonic Rage. Oh no, there's a dark type Z moves here. I forgot his names. So Black Hole Eclipse. So he might try to use this Z move to take down my Oranguru with single hits, but in that case my Gengar takes it instead and also brings his cooldown out of the field. So Shadow Balls onto Oranguru. Are you sure about it? Yeah. He might not. Maybe he does not anticipate my Gengar is using the Z Destiny Bones, but anyway, I shall bring my Wishiwashi and see if the two consecutive moves can deal as much damage as it can. But my opponent is switching into Katanas, so fortunately Wishiwashi is a special attacker. Even with there might be a possibility that it has the Focus Sash on his Katanas. Yeah, Focus Sash, if it is the case of Focus Sash, I can deal with it kind of comfortably. But if that's the case that he's wearing the Assault Vest, I can't. I may have the chance to knock out with 2 hits, but yeah, alternatively, if he invests more than I thought in the special attack, he might be able to survive. But of course, he might have the options of using a Protect and then a Trick Room to reverse my own Trick Rooms. Anyway, we shall see. So, shall we? Yeah, we see the detect from the Katana, so he's going to reverse the Trick Rooms. So, I think 2 special, the choice backs boosted, would do about 2/3 of the HPs on the Polygon 2. But anyway, he's going to reverse the Trick Rooms. So I need to consider whether I would put back my Wishiwashi back to the stage or not. So he's using the Trick Room once again. Wow. I have the feelings, got the feelings that he's going to use the Trick Rooms to reverse my own Trick Rooms. Leaf Blaze going to knock me out. Not so sure, but definitely would end my schoolings here. So I need to play a bit. Yeah, I would use attacks onto the Katanas and switching out my Wishiwashis. And I hoped he would use the Trick Rooms to reverse, trying to reverse the Trick Rooms that I should be going to use. So a Leaf Blade is going to attack on the Oranguru. Alright. So we shall see a special defense drop from the Katanas, and my opponent is using the Trick Rooms as expected. Well, so it's quite unnecessary to switch out my Wishiwashi, if that's the case. Anyway, the game is not ended, and with this, yeah, my best bet is using 2 Psychic onto the Polygon 2. This situation is quite similar to that when I was playing with Adu on. So I'm going to use 2 Ice Beams onto Polygon 2. His Katana should be going to protect, but no protections from the Katanas. That's kind of scary here. Alright. So will we see our freeze from our opponents? Alright, it's not able to knock it off. So, the Polygon is using the recover anyway. So, if he's going to knock out my Gastrodons, I may still have 3 turns of Trick Rooms. So I can use Serve and Instruct very comfortably. I should be able to finish the Polygon 2 with 2 Serve. So an Instruct, Serve. Even his Katana is going to protect anyway. It might depend on which is the last Pokemon that he's going to bring, but yeah, I'm sure that 2 Serve is going to knock out the Polygon 2s this time. Yep, it should be able to knock it out. So Wishiwashi is using the fairy mass and his scans brings the water once again from the oceans to the Wi-Fi battlefield. Right, 2 turns left. So what's his last Pokemon? I cannot recall, but I don't think he has any fake out users. But it's Marowak, good news to me, because a single Surf should be able to finish it off. Then should I use Instruct here? Yeah, because Marowak. Yeah, this doesn't matter anyway. Just still going for Instruct. Anyways, because if his Marowak is going to knock out my Oranguru, unfortunately, yeah, but it definitely needs to survive this Surf first. So, a double knocked out from the Surf. Alright, I think we shall play for the 3rd games here. So, quite easy game 1 and game 2s here. But yeah, I kind of need to consider whether you should use the muddy waters or a single target water move on my Gastrodons instead, because I have 2 situations that I have faced. I need 2 attacks from the Gastrodons onto his Polygon 2, but not sure if it is enough. So my 3rd opponents of the day would be coming from Japan, and his team will have Garchomps, Ninetales, Tapu Finis, Arcanine, Celesteela, and also Katanas. So yeah, quite standard in my opinions, but yeah, kind of should be easy because I have Gangers and Orangrus here. And if there is no freeze, that should be, yeah, that should be easy. Yep, I will still pick my original planted lead and backups here. So Incineroar and Tapu Koko is kind of used when you need it in some certain conditions. Like Incineroar, you can bring Incineroar and Gengar simultaneously in some of my previous episodes to dodge the Sun by the Torkoals and also the Legend, and Tapu Kokos, of course, for some other faster Pokemons that Gengar can't deal with. So it's kind of a hard pick for our opponents, it seems. So my opponent is going to bring his Tapu Fini and Arcanine. I'm not sure about the mechanisms of Z Destiny Bonds, but I think it could also attract the Raw from my opponents. So anyway, yeah, I'm trying to do so, no matter what. Of course, I can utilize this opportunities to launch 2 attacks onto Tapu Fini or the Arcanine, but I will stick to the original plan. In that case, he might have something like Inferno Overdrive. Right, but he's switching his Fini out into Katanas first. So we shall see no protects from his Arcanines. So Z Destiny Bonds is activated with an addition, follow me, effect on it. So RK9 is going to roll onto the Gengar. That's great. So Wishiwashi comes in, and that's the second best things here. So if my Gastrodon comes in, that's definitely not as effective as what I anticipated, because I need to stick with the 2 Ice Beams. With that, in that case, I would let the Arcanine go into spam attacks it. Alright, anyway, we shall serve and instruct. So, without sacrificing my Gengar, and yet I can set up my Trick Rooms, that should be the best situation that I can have. My opponent is withdrawing his Arcanine into Tapu Finis, so as to dodge the 2 water type Surf. So we shall see if 2 Surf can knock out the Katanas here. Well, but it's not even choice Fugal Sash variants, not yeah, it's going to knock out anyway. That might be indicating that his Katana is using Z Crystals, using a Bloom Dooms. Bloom Dooms can knock out Garchomps with a single hit if it's activating the Z Crystals. And of course not Intimidate. So sending it out his Ninetales too, but Ninetales, I think he can't take 2 damage from Surf. And also, the Snow is gonna favorable to me because Slow is going to knock out the Tapu Fini after 4 consecutive abilities forfeiting anyways. So, here we are, we have 3 matches today, and thank you for watching this episode, and we shall see you today. Continue to use this Wishiwashi team. So, goodbye.